Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Marketplace Monday, and we're here to open your mind. We are living the good life right here on WBOK 1230 AM. We are opening minds to living differently in the world with love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding. We do it right here weekdays at 11 a.m. Make sure you tune in. But if you ever do miss a show, make sure you subscribe. What do you mean subscribe? Yes, we have our own YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe on YouTube. That is The Good Life Radio Show, Eileen Carter. The Good Life Radio Show, Eileen Carter. If you don't find us there, we're on Spreaker. Everywhere your podcasting little fingers want to be, you listen, you work out to it, you jog, you work, whatever it is. For all of you podcasters, make sure you follow us on Spreaker. Why? Because it is The Good Life. And you can always catch us live in studio every day, or every weekday, I should say, because weekday and daily are two different things. Every weekday at 11 a.m. on Facebook Live. We're opening minds. Telly.
Good morning.
We have surpassed the 7,000 follower mark on our Facebook page. I want to thank each and every one of you. And I want to, if you are not following us on our Good Life Radio Show page, please do. If you're following us on, maybe Telly's private page or my private page, please go and follow us on the Good Life Radio Show, the Good Life Radio Show, because we're not going to be broadcasting live on our private pages anymore. We want to focus on the business. We want to grow the business. We want to be successful. And success is what, Telly?
I don't know. I'm not successful.
You weren't prepared for this conversation?
No, I didn't.
Success is where opportunity meets preparation.
Oh,
right?
Oprah
Isn't
said
that what they say?
Yeah, Oprah said that.
Why do you have to give her credit? Like,
you didn't say that?
I said it just now.
Lee probably told you that in the notes for the show.
Didn't I say? I said it. Well, I don't care who said it. They were right. Success is where opportunity meets preparation. So this week's conversation is about preparation. We do that with regards to our community for our first 15 minutes every Monday. We call it neutral ground. Sometimes I agree with Telly. Sometimes I don't. It just is what it is. And I was not prepared, to be perfectly honest, because he is in the studio today. So everyone who is watching live, I'm about to turn it around on him. You can actually see what he looks like. Who knew? Oh, sorry, y'all. That was the stand. Who knew? Telly is like in the studio. Look, I'm touching his arm. He's really alive.
I'm headed to Baton
Welcome
Rouge.
to WBOK. You stopped here on your way to the Capitol this morning?
I stopped here. I'm not fully dressed yet.
Please don't say that for our listening audience.
I'm not dressed in a suit and tie,
okay,
but
well, that's
by the time I walk into the Capitol at 2 o'clock, 2 something, I will be.
Wanted to make sure everybody was clear about what he was talking about. No, but we're really excited to have Telly in the studio. It doesn't happen often. I was not prepared, and I thought I was prepared for everything, but I was not prepared. But how do you prepare with so much going on at the Capitol, especially with, taxes, cuts, education, health care, and the monuments? There's a lot going on. How do you prepare for this week when it is going to be such a big week? I mean, every week is big, but there's going to have a lot of focus on the Capitol this week.
Listen, I've been there
10
years. 10 years,
10
even
years.
from first going up with city administration to now. So, just be patient. It isn't that difficult. And you have some realities. At the Capitol, you see many different things. You see, patriotism, you see racism, you see sexism, you see classism. And when you know that you're going into some of those situations, in advance, it's easier for you to not misconstrue what's going to happen. There's a state senator who you might know named Karen Carter Peterson, who, when was arguing about Obamacare, said that this is going to help 21 million at the time, specifically people across the country. But we know that it would help some of the folks who are the least of these in our state, which include our family and friends.
Yes.
And so, that we have a ton of strides going on within our states, and looking on last week, there was a bill about the monuments, so that the monuments can be, and there was a bill coming from the state which was going to try to suppress the efforts of the mayor and our city council here locally. And obviously the mayor moved forward before that bill reaches the Senate side, and even in committee, Senate committee in the legislature. And so we have a bill coming up today, 3 p.m. in Commerce Committee, Senate Bill 162, in regard to when you go to build a new apartment. Listen, audience, we know Eileen is probably about to build some $20 million condos.
I'm going to claim that. Play around if you want to. I'm going to claim that.
But as a portion of building that in the city, usually there's a provision.
That'll make mine affordable housing.
Well, that's what the issue is about, that a provision of a portion of it needs to be affordable housing. And in this particular bill, it's trying to strip that piece out.
Really?
And in New Orleans, where housing costs is getting more expensive. And there are more details in it, but I'm trying to give you the baseline, and that's the reason why I'm
Real
going
talk.
up today.
We talk about this a lot. You need a job and a side hustle to be able to afford just your housing costs in New Orleans, and then you need a second side hustle to go to the festivals.
Yeah.
Real talk, not even playing, to educate your kids, because that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
But to be able to do all that, you need a job and 2 side hustles. And the preparation involved is just becoming overwhelming.
And I think that as far as information is concerned, for a person who has some real estate and looking within that process, it is, Baton Rouge can make that very difficult. We have about a $400 million plus budget shortfall for this year. We're looking at budget shortfalls up to $1.6 billion possibly next year.
Wow.
And so those are dramatic concerns. And so when you start to talk about the individual issues that we have here, whether it's a court-appointed attorney, whether the sheriff has enough people to run the jail, whether we have enough NOPD officers, the money that we get down from the state, we have to be conscientious that happens around us. And I'll say this, we talk about voting and we talk about it often. And there's so many different things that are going around for the everyday person who's just trying to survive, raise their children, cook some red beans tonight, all those things that go into it.
Right.
But these things are factors that are affecting you. And I think, once we continue to move outside of ourselves and say, well, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You just got to deal with it. That part is true. Things are going to happen.
You got to be prepared.
But you can be prepared for what is about to come.
Exactly.
So.
And this wasn't even, on my radar, but of course you say stuff and it always lights my head up. Mm-hmm. And so you said a couple things about housing, and you also said something about, jobs and things like that. So shout out to Randy Chambliss. He's actually going to be here for our segment, our second segment today with regard to NOLA Homes Project, and really making sure that even if you're not in the situation now, to prepare you for that situation so we could grow. It's so vitally important that we start preparing ourselves to become homeowners and to own property and to own something. Yeah. And no matter what it is, and even if you're renting now, but it's to have that information to move forward, or if you want to grow so that you can invest, so that you can teach somebody else to teach somebody else to teach somebody else. That's how we're going to create that generational information. Also, shout out, you talked about, our sheriff department, and shout out to Sheriff Marlon Gusman. He was at church on Sunday, the City of Love, and he was there because they're opening their arms and reaching out and letting people know that there's employment in the sheriff's department, not just being sheriff deputies, but also plumbers and electricians and all other kinds of things. So we want to open your mind. It is Marketplace Monday, so when I hear about these opportunities, I want to make sure that I let you know. So our small businesses, reach out to the sheriff's department. They are hiring. We want to make sure that our community is involved, because that's how we live the good life, and that's how we all grow together. But with that being said, I'm going to throw something at you. Preparation, with regards to the monuments. I was watching an interview this morning with Billy Nungesser, who's our lieutenant governor, with regard to the monuments. He had a meeting this morning with our mayor regarding, trying to take the statues, but Mitch was saying he was going to stay on course with what the plan was, and if he wanted to bid on them to take them, he could go on the process like everybody else. Okay. So that was that. But then he came outside and spoke to the press. So that's the part that I saw, right? And so again, And I don't understand where this mentality comes from. And I'm one of those people, if I don't understand, I like to talk to somebody who maybe disagrees with me. It's neutral ground. So, Telly, you're probably going to be on the same side, but maybe you can give me a different point of view because you do talk to people at the Capitol who have different points of views, especially on this. You know, Billy Nungesser said, again, we need to get over it. And I'm really sick and tired of being sick and tired of hearing people who are not of color say get over it. I'm going to give you an instance. Like, I had a friend who I'm actually not the best friends with right now. I was going through my divorce, and she was going through a tough time as well, and she had lost someone in her family. And I actually didn't tell her about my divorce because she was dealing with her thing. And she looked at me, and she told me to get over it, my divorce. And I'm like, I didn't tell you to get over your death in your family. Don't tell me to get over my divorce. Just because you aren't living someone else's situation does not mean you can't have compassion for them. I can have compassion that she lost someone, and you would hope that somebody can have compassion for you that you're going through a divorce, because whether you've been through it or not, for me, it was like a death.
It is a death. That's
what it was for me, and I grieved it. And so for someone to tell us to get over slavery is a slap in the face. It is ignorant and is just repulsive. So at some point, and hopefully anyone out there is hearing, and hopefully someone from his office will hear it, and maybe he will apologize to the community for telling us to get over it, because it's not something we just get over. It was 300 years plus of slavery. You don't just get over that. The United Nations offered reparations. I mean, maybe I could get over it if they were offering me something. You know, maybe I could start the healing process. I'm just trying to be funny, but you can't just tell somebody. I'm just saying. I'd be first in line to be like,
I could get over it for this St.
I could get over it. I could get over it for this tuition. But I'm saying that in jest, and let me be clear. I'm saying that in jest because it's just interesting how someone can tell you to just get over something, but when they're going through something in their life, they want you to be compassionate. And I'm confused, and I said this on social media, and I'm going to say it again now. Didn't the Confederacy lose?
They did.
When countries outside of the United States, when their dictators fall, what do they do to their statues?
They pull them down.
The Berlin Wall came down. All these statues come down. Why do we... I mean, I'm not saying if you want to have them in a museum where you want to go visit and pay your money to see them, fine, be my guest, but it doesn't need to be on display for public property. When I'm driving down the street, oh, Aiden, look, you know, that man used to enslave our grandfathers.
So let me give.
I'm confused. I can't just get over it.
Let me give both sides of this.
Okay, that's why I have you.
I think things
neutral ground.
I think things are in context, and from a person who has experience dealing with a divorce, I do understand the concept of what it feels like to have a debt. And I'm going to tie this into the monuments. I do what it feels like, the embarrassment of it, the feeling like you failed even though it isn't a failure. And I'll tie that into the conversation. I know the lieutenant governor. I can see the people seeing the lieutenant governor on different sides. He is for lack of a better word, fast talker. Sometimes, I will even say, I don't know if he completely plays out his entire thought in his head before he chooses to say something on the subject matter. He's worked with me on issues where I have been on the side of him when things have worked, and I've also been on the opposite side of him. I can see that with Mayor Landrieu, I can say I've been on the side of him and on the opposite side of him. Now, the part about what we do with the monuments is different than the context, from my appreciation, than where we are with Mr. Nungesser, and here's why. If Mr. Nungesser has said this morning, I think we need to move past the monuments. Different change in dialect.
Right.
And not get over it, but move past the monuments, and here is how we do it. Because even within one of Dr. King's last speeches, he said this. He said it's very difficult for the United States government to look at a site and develop it. He was talking about forming to where you basically the United States government would give, and he was talking about white men, give you a pot of land, give you the information and education and teach you how to farm, then give you subsidies in order to get the equipment to know how to farm, and then once you've made enough money, then pay you royalties or settlements for moving the equipment and no longer farming there. He said, now, the Negro, for all intents and purposes, has never had all of these incentives in order to be black. And so now when we say it isn't just about slavery, it's about Jim Crow, from my appreciation, you can see entirely that process was about money. And if you wanted me to quote unquote get over it, then I don't necessarily need you to give me reparations inside of my hands. We can just look at the 2020 census and make more investments at Starling Playground.
Right.
I can see how nominally you can help our community develop 1,000 more businesses. Give me, if you want me to get over, let's open 1,000 more. Let's make 1,000 more Alden McDonald's and Jimmy Woods and all of those people within the community. And then that might be able to suffice all of us being able to receive work, all of us being able to receive contracting opportunities, and maybe lift our spirits about the voting process. So when it comes to the monuments, I am a mixed bag of feelings, even though I do think that they would be taken down. If there is a get over it, then the words naturally to me are, so what we gonna do?
Right.
As what Jim Brown told Richard Pryor after he had a bishop, so what we gonna do?
Exactly.
And so as a
prepare me to get over it.
Prepare me within the situation, and I can do it on my own. But I realize that as a portion of the process from being a person who is very much actionable. So now that the 4 monuments are down, is that the end? Do we do anything from there? Are there any other investments that are happening as a portion of the product? But simply being concerned about white folks or some black folks being upset that the monuments are down, that's inconsequential to me.
Thank you, Helen. I'm just going to leave it there. I think I stirred up enough. But I think, if each and every one of you are concerned, I'd say call his office and ask him what get over it means. I'm just confused. What do you want me to get over?
Yeah.
I am. I can't just get over it. Yeah. I just get over it.
And the other thing I would say in a town that is dealing, you hear.
But what's funny is get over it.
Mm-hmm. And when you say get over, what exactly is it?
Well,
because you got to identify.
They want me to get over slavery, but the other argument can't get over the fact that they lost. I'm confused. And
the other portion of that is specifically in the states of Louisiana and Mississippi, when you look at issues of reclamation of the South and you read the subtext, a good portion of those individuals were able to become elected officials in state houses in both of those two states, and specifically Louisiana, and you read the history of Colfax, Louisiana, how those folks became elected officials and put policy and procedure in place in order to keep African Americans or people of color economically disadvantaged. And so when we're looking at this isn't just in the big city of New Orleans. We see throughout the entire 64 parishes where there have been you have not had the ability to continue to financially delve. I'll give an example. The place where Bill Jefferson and Cedric Richmond are from, Lake Providence, far away from here. You see that some of the places that are 45%, 50% unemployment for African Americans. That's all the way in Northeast Louisiana. And so when we see where we are with the get over it effect as far as investments, let's fuel that fire to continue to build, because this is the one thing we know. That waiting for Superman, nobody's coming to save us.
Exactly. Which is why we need to start buying our houses and buying up all our land, which Randy's going to help us with.
As I heard one black preacher say, if Barack Obama couldn't do it, then who? And that is not in a seriousness. This is about Randy teaching us to buy house by house, block by block, make our investments, continue to have more children, to continue to thrive and have enough people within the community so that my elementary school, Valina C. Jones, and other places that are around Craig, all of the different places where you see the investments are, if you can make money there, if you can raise your children there, if you can educate them, you can go to church there, we can gradually take small pockets of New Orleans and rebuild. And so we had issues before Katrina, but now we can't just get over that.
Right.
But now's the opportunity to continue to build and make the investments to improve our city.
Thank you very much, Shelley. Thank you for being in studio. I am pleasantly surprised that you are here. I will prepare to take over the world just like everybody else, and we're going to do that just like he said, home by home, neighborhood by neighborhood, block by block. We are going to do that right when on the other side of this quick break. We are here on Marketplace Monday. We have Randy Chambliss of NOLA Homes Project. We are going to take it back one home at a time. We'll be right back. Are you looking for a roadmap to get out of the financial rat race? If so, go to myfinancialtrainingpro.com to register for NOLA Homes Project free income shifting strategy session. The world has more to offer you than just a job and a paycheck. Our experts will show you how to raise your credit scores, minimize your taxes and expenses, while investing in real estate to put more cash in your pocket each and every month. Seating is limited, so do not wait. Visit myfinancialtrainingpro.com. That's myfinancialtrainingpro.com. Small businesses play an important role in society, and L&R Security is no different. L&R Security delivers safety and comfort to our neighborhoods, events, apartment communities, conventions, work sites, festivals, and your business. L&R Security can be reached at 504-943-3191 to ensure the safety of your employees, customers, family, friends, and you. L&R Security has made its mark in the security arena for over 37 years and will faithfully continue that tradition. Call today for your personalized consultation to ensure your security needs are met. L&R Security differentiates itself by creating partnerships with our clients and guards. We are now hiring armed and unarmed guard professionals, retired military, sheriffs, and PD to grow with us and impact our community. Be a part of the change with L&R Security. Call us now at 504-943-3191. 504-943-3191. Isagenix is one of the fastest growing companies in the world because their products work. Their solutions and culture has redefined the health and wellness industry. Science backs their products and statistics back their success. But it's the people who make them successful. And I, Eileen Carter, have joined the Isagenix revolution. I've used the products and followed their system, and I swear by them. I'm on my journey of transformation and invite you to join me and try Isagenix today. Challenge yourself and change your life. Find information and testimonials at thegoodliferadioshow.isagenix.com. 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 Order yours today.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
The Louisiana Civil Rights Museum was authorized by the state legislature in 1999. In recent years, a nonprofit organization called Friends of the Louisiana Civil Rights Museum has worked to make the museum a reality. The Friends believe with James Baldwin that the tale of how we suffered, how we survived, and how we triumphed is never new, but it must always be told. During the year 2017, the Louisiana Civil Rights Museum will present a series of accurate, history-based narratives that chronicle the liberation struggles of various groups which created the Louisiana of today. We invite you to listen and discuss our presentations, which may sometimes be surprising, but always true. Listen, read, and think.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
WBOK 1230 AM, the People's Station.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Marketplace Monday, and we're here to open your mind. We are living the good life right here on WBOK, opening minds with love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding for ourselves and hopefully everyone else. We do that right here weekdays at 11 a.m. Make sure you tune in. If you ever do miss a show, you can always catch us on Facebook Live. Follow us, The Good Life Radio Show, The Good Life Radio Show. Catch us in show. See what we do in here. We have a lot of fun during commercial break. I don't curse, though. I don't curse during commercial break. I promise. I keep that to myself. But what I do here on The Good Life is I open your mind to living differently in the world. And when I find great information or great people or people who can advise me, because I used the word ignorant a little while ago, and ignorant is only lack of education. The problem is when you stay ignorant. And I am by no means any financial advisor or that is not my lane. I stay in my lane, but I like to find people who that is their lane. And I have found Randy Chambliss. Financial education is his thing. Homes are his thing, growing our neighborhood, growing our community, and actually giving ourselves a sense of pride. But to do that, you have to be prepared.
Yes.
You have to be prepared. So through that, I'm going to read his little spiel. Financial education is the new currency. If you are looking for a practical, proven roadmap to get out of the financial rat race, yes, Randy, please help us. Help me. I'm tired. You know, like I'm falling, I can't get up. I'm tired and I can't get up. I'm tired. You have an event tomorrow. I want to start with that. You have an event tomorrow, 6 o'clock, 6:30.
6:30.
Doors open.
Yes. 7 p.m. we're going to start sharp. So 6:30 the doors open. 7 p.m. we're starting.
Y'all hear that? 6:30, be there. Don't say till 6:30.
Right.
Get your water, get your seat, be there.
On time.
Bring your notes.
We know black folks.
Yeah. Bring your notes.
Yes.
Bring your cards. Bring everything because it is. Before we go into the conversation, it's free.
Absolutely.
Wait, it's free?
FREE free. Yes.
Like less than 99 cents free?
Less than 99%.
It is
That's
free.
Right.
So tomorrow is free. So tell me what is going on tomorrow and where?
Sure. Like you mentioned, 6:30 the doors open, 7 o'clock sharp we're going to start. It's going to be at the Wyndham Garden Hotel in New Orleans East, ladies and gentlemen.
New Orleans East. Yes, and Cindy Wynn was very excited about that, so it's going down to New Orleans East tomorrow.
Absolutely. So we want to bring something to the East to revitalize that neighborhood. And so we're going to go over some financial objectives that individual must have and have the knowledge like you mentioned, because ignorance is just a lack of education.
It's not bliss.
That's
either.
it.
Yes.
Exactly. And so we want you guys to come prepared to take notes. It's not going to be a lecture. It's more going to be our conversation. So we're going to have a worksheet for the audience that's going to be there. And we're simply going to talk about the two financial objectives that everybody has. And that's number one, to be able to sustain their current lifestyle, meaning they just want to pay their bills, their cell phone bills, mortgages.
I don't want to rob Peter to pay Paul anymore.
Exactly. And most people are in a position where we have more bills left over at the end of the month than we do cash. So we want to be able to share those two financial objectives. That's number one. The second financial objective we're going to share is how to sustain and create your future lifestyle.
Okay.
Meaning, get out that financial rat race where you can literally retire, right?
Yes, I like that word.
Right. You want to be financially free, right? And so either life is going to come and make you retire, could be health problems just not having a job, or you just simply want to be intentional about it and don't want to have to work for anybody else.
And I'm glad that you said that because I knew someone who actually that happened to them. You know, life made them retire early due to but they had significant investments in real estate.
There you go.
And they were able to maintain their lifestyle and still travel and stuff due to those investments,
Absolutely.
which totally made a difference for them.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what we want to teach to the masses. Because what we're saying is saying, listen, you cannot create and sustain your future lifestyle if you have more bills left over than cash, because you don't have any money to invest.
Right.
But if we could show you some strategies of how to, one, shift your mindset so you could shift your income, now you're going to be in position, you have more cash left over at the end of the month than you do bills. Now you can start to invest into your future lifestyle.
Randy, I talk about this all the time. I say everything starts with a thought. Y'all, your mind is stronger than you think. If belief and just persistence, and your mind can, even people who have been, paralyzed, it starts in their mind, and they believe they could walk, and, miracles have happened. People are like, how does it happen? But a miracle can happen physically, and a miracle can happen financially. But we have to get our mind right. So how have you seen that to be true? It's
absolutely a fact. I mean, for me, in my personal life, I live by that.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the man thinks, so shall he be.
Wow.
And so I was on the Oliver Thomas show Friday, and he made a statement.
Me? All right, fine now.
And he mentioned, he said, Miranda, what do you tell the people that say, listen, I can't buy a house. I'm not in a position to buy a house. And, I can't do this, I can't do that. I said, well, what I'll tell them is that you are right. If you think you can, and if you think you can't, you're both right. It starts with a belief. Whatever you believe, that determines your speech. Your speech determines your action, and your action determines your results. So if you're not getting the results that you want in life right now, that's based on the belief. That is the core issue that you have. And so when we go and we change that paradigm, that belief, that subconscious mind that you can do it, then now you're going to speak it.
Yes.
And as you speak it over and over and over again, you tend to believe it more. And now you're going to take massive action because you believe it. And when you take massive action, you're going to get the results that you're looking for.
Absolutely.
Tony Robbins made a good point. He said, listen, if something is not working, you simply change the approach. If it doesn't work again, change the approach. But when you have a belief that, hey, I'm thinking, for me in my life, I think from the place that I want to be. Not where I'm at now.
Hello.
Not my memories, but I'm thinking from the place where I want to be. And when I think from that place where I want to be, that is the vision that God gave me.
Yes.
And so when he gave me that vision, now the scripture said what? The people perish for not having a vision.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so Habakkuk 2:2 tells us, write the vision down on tables and make it plain.
Yes.
So once we write that vision down, we make it plain, and we speak that over and over and over again. We read it over and over again. At that point in time, I mean, it's to the point for me, I read my own affirmation to myself.
Yes.
I record myself.
They said that is the best way.
Absolutely.
Prosperity is coming to me through multiple sources on increasing quantities on a continuous basis.
Absolutely. I am so happy and grateful.
I am.
Not that it's coming.
Be.
It will be.
I am now in the present. I am a homeowner.
That's right.
I have an 800 credit score.
Absolutely.
I can go out and buy whatever I want now.
Absolutely.
I am wealthy. I have generational wealth.
Absolutely.
My 7 generations down are taken care of.
That's right.
Hello.
And most people, they feel uncomfortable in doing that, like I did. It felt uncomfortable. But I couldn't deny the fact that every successful person in business that I talk to, I come across, all saying the same thing is about my belief. One of the gentlemen that's a part of our...
But you didn't believe them.
I didn't believe them. Exactly. Absolutely. Because it's seeing corny, it's seeing hogwash. Like, really? Come on now. Yeah. But when you look at... I got sick and tired of being sick and tired, right?
Hello, yes.
Like, look, I'm tired of going in my ashtray at 20, 21 years old looking for some coins to pay buy some gas,
Right.
And so...
Dang, I thought that was a quarter. That's a dollar.
So, over time, I had to be real with myself and say, you know what? I can't deny the fact. Scripture, 1 Thessalonians 5:21 says, prove all things. I can't get around the fact that every successful business person I know, whether it's real estate or traditional network marketing, home-based business, does not matter. Everybody's saying the same thing. It started with my belief. And so that's why when I'm sharing this opportunity with people with buying property, I'm not sharing, hey, where we at now. I'm sharing the vision. Here's where we going.
Right.
And people are buying into the vision. But like you mentioned, at the end of the day,
this train is moving if you come in or not. We are going to accomplish this.
Absolutely.
Because tell me about the 5,000 homes.
Sure. It's a social cause that we created. We created a social cause. It was an idea on Facebook. There's a gentleman out in Chicago named Ro Davis. He was down in New Orleans. And we were just talking about the crime in Chicago. Of course, they have a lot of murders and drugs. And same thing as New Orleans. And so one of the things we realized that black businesses is the answer to black unemployment.
Hello.
And so in order for us to have black businesses, we have to own and control the land.
Right.
So the Bible, when you look at the Bible and you look up the word land, it's mentioned over 1,400 times in the scriptures.
Wait, 1,400 times?
1,400 times the word land is mentioned in the scriptures. So that's to show you how important it is.
So get you some.
Right. It's not. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was given the promised land, not the promised sky. So we say, listen, if land is so important, shouldn't we own some land?
Hello.
So if we own and control the land that we live on in our communities, now we can own and control the resources.
Yes.
And if we can own and control the resources, now we can own and control the businesses.
Hello.
And since we own and control the businesses, now we can hire who? Our people.
Yes.
And so black unemployment is very prevalent. We're not looking for the other nations and the other races to come and help. If they do, great. But we have to be intentional in creating our own businesses and supporting our own business. That's why I love what you do here at the Good Life Show, because you bring entrepreneurs on, you open up people's minds to think in a different way. Beliefs is everything. Belief
is everything. And we're going to change beliefs tonight.
Yes.
Starting tonight.
Yes.
And every day. Well, it's starting at 11:36 right now. I didn't mean tonight. I meant right now. Starting at 11:36, which is the time right now.
Right.
Right now, we are changing our beliefs.
Absolutely.
And we need you to change that belief and go sign up. So how do they do that?
Sure. They go to myfinancialtrainingpro.com. myfinancialtrainingpro.com. They'll be able to sign up for free and be able to register for the event.
We'll say that again. You sign up for free?
For free.
And so this is the beginning of you changing your frame of mind.
Absolutely.
Change your thoughts and go click the button. I'm actually clicking on it literally now as I speak. myfinancialtrainingpro.com.
Yes.
It is really that easy. It is pulling up right now. All you have to do is go on there. And I'm looking at all of these young entrepreneurs. So tell me who's going to be there.
Absolutely. We handpicked some of the best real estate agents that's in the city. So we have Mr. Troy Lee is going to be there, real estate agent. Ms. Deidre Jones is going to be there. We have one of my strategic partners, Mr. Damian Garten, is going to be there. We have my wife, Veronica Chambliss, is going to be there. She's one of our mortgage lenders. I'm missing Ms. Denise Washington is going to be there. Mr. Felix is going to be there. So we have 9 professionals who's working this industry. We're hearing over the weekend we had a couple of stations on the TV that was showing a Flip That Hood seminar that was coming down here by Dan Merrill. And the information is absolutely phenomenal. I've been there. I have their course. But the problem is they're out of town. They don't know this market. So we have local professionals that's going to be at this event. We are different. So we're going to share those 2 financial objectives that we talked about earlier. But more importantly, we're going to share with you, hey, listen, here's the 4 challenges that you have. And those 4 challenges is inflation. Number 2, taxes. 3, debt. And then number 4 is big business. So we're going to go step by step and show them these 4 challenges. And in that way, we could give them the 3 solutions at the very end. And we're also going to share with them how they can start to invest in real estate without using their own cash or credit.
Wait, say that again?
We're going to show them how to invest in real estate without using their own cash and credit.
You're going to show me?
Yes.
How to invest?
It can be done.
Without using my baby's tuition?
Absolutely.
Like real talk.
Even if that person don't have a marketing budget, I like to say, listen, you need an energy budget.
Ooh.
Before I got started and I was broke, busted, and disgusted, right? Because we were paying bills.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough money left over to start investing.
Right.
But what I did have was an energy budget. What I did have is a real estate education. And so I took that real estate and financial education along with my energy budget and what made it happen.
Wow.
So there's different strategies that individuals can do to start making money right now.
Well, you're on The Good Life, so I have to ask you the one question, what do you think The Good Life is? But I would like to ask you this. Is there something that made you say, I know you were saying you're tired of paying bills, but is there a moment, is there like something that happened that you're just like, I'm not doing this anymore. It's just not happening anymore. There's somebody out there who's at that verge.
Right.
What was it for you? And it may be the same thing for them.
Sure. Absolutely. For me, when I realized my history, like you guys were talking earlier, looking at slavery and understanding that, listen, the people of the book, that good Bible makes the 12 lost tribes that people talk about. They're not lost. They're us. It's the African American. We are the lost 12 tribes of Israel. And so when I realized that, and then I go back into how important land was to the Israelites, that we had organic food, we had alkaline water wells, right? We never went thirsty.
Hello.
And we had so much wealth that we grew that we sold to the other nation and created wealth. So Deuteronomy 28 verse 1 tells you, listen, if you keep my commandments, you're going to be above all nations. And so what we wanted to do in my mindset is say, listen, this is not about me and my wife. We've been flipping houses. But what if we could have 20, 30, 40 people flipping houses at the same time? That creates a tremendous amount of livable wage jobs. And when we create livable wage jobs, we start to slow down and hopefully stop the crime in our communities.
Yes. Oh, y'all, this is Randy Chambliss. He is of NOLA Homes Project. If you don't know him, you need to know him. Randy, how can they get your information and follow you? NOLA Homes Project?
Sure. NOLAHomesProject.com. You can simply follow me on Facebook, Randy Chambliss, on my personal page, and also our business page is Facebook.com/My Real Estate Training Pro.
My Real Estate Training Pro. My Real Estate Training Pro. And Randy Chambliss is literally now My Real Estate Training Pro. So he doesn't know, but we're going to have him here regularly. When I find somebody who is an expert about something, I like to just reel them into the Good Life because I like to be able to deliver that information to the community. So he's a brand new partner of the Good Life Radio Show. I'm so excited to have you a part of it. But make sure tomorrow night, that is Tuesday, May 23rd, 6:30 p.m., tomorrow night, Wyndham Garden in New Orleans. Wyndham Garden in New Orleans. I know Cindy's already been there, so we are gathering people. We are going to pack the room. I don't know how many people you can hold, but we
want it packed.
We need to pack it out. We talk that talk all the time. He's giving us free information, just like he said. They have people who come in from all these out of town and say, give me hundreds and $500 and all this to come get this training. It is free. We're going to grow our community, and this is how we're going to do it. Y'all asked me to do my part. I'm giving you the information. He's giving you a free seminar to make your dreams come true and create generational wealth for you and your family. Make sure you are at the Wyndham Garden New Orleans East. Wyndham Garden New Orleans East, tomorrow night, 6:30. That's the Good Life. This is Randy Chambliss, NOLA Homes Project. You can get it online, myrealestatetrainingpro.com, myrealestatetrainingpro.com. We'll be right back with Pastor Henry Bolden. It's the Good Life, y'all. Are you looking for a roadmap to get out of the financial rat race? If so, go to myfinancialtrainingpro.com to register for NOLA Homes Project free income shifting strategy session. The world has more to offer you than just a job and a paycheck. Our experts will show you how to raise your credit scores, minimize your taxes and expenses, while investing in real estate to put more cash in your pocket each and every month. Seating is limited, so do not wait. Visit myfinancialtrainingpro.com. That's myfinancialtrainingpro.com. Isagenix is one of the fastest growing companies in the world because their products work. Their solutions and culture has redefined the health and wellness industry. Science backs their products and statistics back their success. But it's the people who make them successful. And I, Eileen Carter, have joined the Isagenix revolution. I've used the products and followed their system, and I'd swear by them. I'm on my journey of transformation and invite you to join me and try Isagenix today. Challenge yourself and change your life. Find information and testimonials at thegoodliferadioshow.isagenix.com. 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 Order yours today. Small businesses play an important role in society, and L&R Security is no different. L&R Security delivers safety and comfort to our neighborhoods, events, apartment communities, conventions, work sites, festivals, and your business. L&R Security can be reached at 504-943-3191 to ensure the safety of your employees, customers, family, friends, and you. L&R Security has made its mark in the security arena for over 37 years and will faithfully continue that tradition. Call today for your personalized consultation to ensure your security needs are met. L&R Security differentiates itself by creating partnerships with our clients and guards. We are now hiring armed and unarmed guard professionals, retired military, sheriffs, and PD to grow with us and impact our community. Be a part of the change with L&R Security. Call us now at 504-943-3191. 504-943-3191.
WBOK 1230 AM, the People's Station.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Marketplace Monday, and we're here to open your mind. We are living the good life right here on WBOK 1230 AM. We are opening minds to living differently in the world with love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding for ourselves and hopefully everyone else. We do that right here weekdays at 11 a.m. Make sure you tune in. Never miss a show. We are live on Facebook right now, so if you go to the Good Life Radio Show, you will see us. We are opening minds in New Orleans, in the region, and literally all over the world. I have people who've sent me some emails recently from L.A. and Dallas and Houston and even New Jersey, so please make sure to join it and please share. I think that, and I'd like to remind people that on Marketplace Monday, that is the one most underused button on social media, the sharing button. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we went viral about almost 2 weeks ago now, and we went viral and my business grew because of a share button. Nobody had to give me $1.
Right.
You not even ask me that. I do good work. I know that.
Yeah. Excellent work.
Excellent work.
I might add.
But a share can change your business. It can change your friend's business. So on social media, please support your friends and family and just share. It's really that easy. We are here with Pastor Henry Bolden, and we have a very special guest in the studio that I am going to let him introduce himself. Henry, who's in here with us?
That is Trey Bolden. Trey Bolden. He's a student.
Trey Bolden. He sounds like he might be related to you.
Yeah, he is. I'm proud. That is my son. I'm proud of. He's going into his third year of college at Texas Southern, criminal justice major.
Good. Please take over the world and change the justice system here in New Orleans and Louisiana.
Absolutely.
I'm the son, the heir to the throne.
I like him.
See that? I didn't even pay him for that.
him.
You know,
Right.
I'll have to throw something in extra for that. Yeah.
Oh yes, I like him.
Yeah.
And I want to say hey to Robert Morrell Jr. He is watching right now on Facebook Live. Good morning.
Hey,
how
Facebook
are you?
Facebook Live. Hello.
Hey.
Glad to have you with us today. Wow.
And thank you all for sharing. I've had 3 shares so far. Share away.
Share.
So, Henry, we are discussing preparation this morning. And, I always say success is where opportunity meets preparation.
Absolutely.
And so we need to be prepared for everything in our lives with regard to our community, with regard to our finances. But, we talk about Marketplace Monday, and Randy hit on such an important topic as to why I have you here on Mondays. Mm-hmm. And if people don't understand, they're like, what does Henry have to do with money? Marketplace Monday, because he gets your mind right. Yeah, that too. But he's here on Mondays because he gets your mind right. And just like Randy said, it all starts in your mind. It starts with a thought. So if we can start our Mondays, and that's how I end my show with you, if we can start our Mondays with our mind right, how much more productive our week can be. Absolutely. So that's why we have Pastor Henry Bolden here, to get our mind right so we can be productive.
Are they trying to vote me off or something? Y'all trying to kick me off the show?
No,
why?
No,
I'm saying no.
No. Never. We want you to help us be prepared, because the preparation means the act of getting ready, the act of making ready, the process of,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. And I think an aspect that most people really don't consider, and I kind of want to enlighten them on, is that most people, when we deal with preparation, we are generally in term talking about what are we prepared to receive or accomplish or attain or achieve. There's an aspect when you deal with preparation. My question would be, in fact, the better question would be, is what are you prepared to forfeit?
Ooh, Henry, you always be dropping something on me.
What are you prepared? What are you prepared to forfeit? Because if you're
the pain, the past, the fear, the negativity.
Yeah, well, if you're going to
the nasty person who keeps reminding me of everything I did wrong.
If you're going to accomplish anything worthwhile, then the issue for any successful person is that you have to be willing to forego some immediate gratifications in order to embrace long-term and sustained success. It's one thing to have success. It's one thing to have momentum. But you have to get to the point where you're generating sustained success and sustained momentum.
Yes.
So you have to be willing to forfeit some short-term privilege, some short-term advantage in order to gain long-term success and sustained progress in your life.
You can't just say that and not give me an example.
Well, here's the issue. Jesus said, and this is a marvelous example. I was sitting over in the other room, and Jesus says, he poses a question. He says, which one of you intends to build a tower? Which person intends to build a tower who does not first sit down and count the cost to see if he has enough to finish it, lest the people who see him laugh at him because he was not able to finish? The issue that he raises is that you and I should never be under the assumption that everybody around you has the same perspective or the same passion or the same pursuit for your level of progression.
Drop the mic. I am so, yes.
You should never be under the... Because everybody that's with you is not for you.
But it would be nice if everyone...
It would be absolutely ideal.
Yes.
To have everybody in the boat with you rowing in the same direction.
Yes.
But unfortunately, life
you have to be
is
real.
not just, you have to be realistic and have a realistic approach to your life. Which one of you, in other words, he says that you have to assess or evaluate who's in your intimate settings. Because those who are in your intimate settings have the power of impression. If I'm close enough to you, I can impress you to do certain things.
Yes.
Those who are, see, she wants me to say that again. I already know my cues.
Had to drop something on it.
You know, when you've been through something or you're going through something right now, and somebody like speaks to it, that you know that they were saying it for you, that God was working through them, that like they're just a vessel, but you caught the message. I just had that moment. I know there are a lot of listeners out there too, and this, you know, especially this is, you know, for you, Trey, and a lot of our children and our graduates. Number one, be very vigilant about our children and who they are around, and I don't care if they always think that you're all up in their business. Yeah. You need to be all up in their business, and the people that they hang around, and people like, oh, you can't choose, you got to let them. You can choose your child's friends. My mama chose my friends. I mean, she did it on the slick, but she still chose my friends.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to do the same thing. And you have to be vigilant for these reasons that you're saying, because we're preparing them.
Absolutely.
We are preparing them for the future. And this isn't just for our children, even though we want to pay attention to them, but this is for ourselves. As we move through life, there are some people who aren't there for the entire journey, who are just there for a season.
Well, just because you are part of my past doesn't automatically qualify you to go into my future. So you have to be more restricted and more limited as to who you grant access into your faith space, your workspace, your thinking environment, because those who you allow in your intimate space will infringe on your progress, or they will either be insistent that you excel toward the direction that you have in your mind. And so who you bring in your circle will determine your movements, your behaviors. How hungry are you? Get people around you who are as passionate, who have the same vantage point of your future as you do, and surround yourself with like-minded people. Most of the tension that you're feeling, that who's ever listening to me now, is because you're talking about futuristic things with people who can't see beyond the next moment.
Hello.
And so you got to stay in a place where you're prepared to go to the next level.
You know how I've learned this the most? For everyone out there, when you're talking to a friend, a family, whomever it may be, because it's going to come in so many different packages.
Yeah.
The devil definitely tries to work through
Absolutely.
your family. But it's, can you do this for me?
Yeah.
What can you do for me?
Yeah.
I need this from you. Oh, I need, you got to do this for me.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't have a problem helping somebody. Where's the reciprocity?
Yeah.
I believe in people as to how can we help each other. If I'm going to go sit down and have a meeting with Henry,
Yeah.
it's a 30-minute meeting.
Yeah.
It's going to be 15 minutes. Henry, what do you got going? What do you have going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eileen, what do you have going on? How can we help each other?
Right.
What can I do for you?
Mm-hmm.
What can you do for me? What connections can we make for the other person?
Mm-hmm.
If your meetings aren't working like that and it's only one-sided, you need to think about who you have around them. And this is Marketplace Monday.
Absolutely.
You can't rise and grow by someone always taking from you. And there will be times where you may have a larger need than I do, and that's understandable. But it can't be unbalanced like that, and I'm starting to find that, and I've had to open my eyes. I'm like, you can't just take from me. Like,
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
tuition too.
Absolutely.
Like real talk.
Yeah.
Single
yeah.
mama syndrome.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like this has to be a two-way street, and if the relationship isn't like that, and that's even biblical, correct, Henry?
Yeah.
I'm not crazy.
No, you're not. It's actually draining. I mean, everybody wants to feel valued. Everybody wants to feel significant. And the way we as humans feel significant, a great part of the time, is contributing to the success or making other people significant. And we almost got to go, so I'm gonna come back tomorrow. For real, I'm coming back tomorrow now. But so
He's gonna
we
give it to me.
you see there. So we
Take
just
advantage
have
of
to
it.
choose the people around us and make investments in the right people.
And ourselves.
Yeah, in ourselves, absolutely. Well, me investing in you is an investment in myself.
Yes.
You see what I
And
mean?
I believe that. And, I used to have people be like, oh, you're so naive. You're so nice to everybody. Why is being nice to everybody naive?
Well, it's a
I'm
seed.
nice to you until you're mean.
It's
and
a
then when you're
seed.
mean, I want nothing to do
It's a
with
seed
you.
in your. It's a seed
I'm gonna
in
be
your.
There's a
nice
difference
to you.
between nice and trusting.
Yes. That's
That's
true,
what people
Trey.
gotta understand. That
That's true,
seed.
Trey. All right, Trey speaking the knowledge over here. Trey, there's a difference between what? Say that one more time.
it's a difference between being nice and trusting.
What difference have you seen, especially in college?
In college,
'Cause
well,
you meet new people.
that's what
you
I'm
have
saying.
to figure them out.
That's what I'm saying. With the friendship part, all that, your time expires. Friendships expire. Just how your life expires. So basically, in college, let's say all the girls around you, everybody knows you. That's what attracts more people to come towards you. But they're only there for that one thing. They're not there for you. So once you start trusting them, you're gonna start doing the things that they do. Cause you're only as good as the people that you hang around with.
Hello,
Absolutely.
Trey. Y'all.
How you doing?
Yeah, I gave birth to him. See that?
But what he says applies to so many different areas of
Absolutely.
life. But he's speaking from his point of
His
view.
vantage
So
point, yeah.
take his wisdom and his knowledge
Yeah.
and apply that to your life.
Absolutely.
Because we can, thank you. I don't even need to say
Yeah.
anything. Henry, you could let us out because I just, thank you, Trey.
Be prepared, ladies and gentlemen. Opportunities are getting ready to present themselves to you. Things that you weren't privy to just days ago, hours ago, minutes ago are getting ready to be disclosed to you. So be prepared for it. Be as sharp as you can be as prepared, be as on point as you can be so that you can capitalize on the moment. The greatest danger that you'll ever experience is mismanaging a lifetime moment.
Wow. I'm going to steal that. I'm just going to repeat it myself.
It's yours.
The greatest danger you can put yourself in is mismanaging a moment.
Yes.
Don't mismanage.
Don't mismanage
Be
the moment.
prepared. Open your mind to living differently in the world. It is the good life.
The good
Love, compassion, tolerance, and understanding. I don't have to agree with you, but I can
no.
respectfully disagree.
Absolutely.
Lovingly.
I appreciate your
And
point of
sometimes
view,
it's
yeah.
just keeping your thoughts to yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, y'all. It's the good life. Open your mind, living differently in the world. This was Marketplace Monday. I want to thank Telly Medina. I want to thank Randy Chambliss. It is tomorrow night at the Wyndham in the New Orleans, 6:30. Make sure you're there. MyFinancialTrainingPro.com. MyFinancialTrainingPro.com. I want to thank Henry Bolden. Henry, how can they reach you?
Henry Bolden. Go to any social media site, type in Henry Bolden, and you'll find me anywhere, everywhere. If you want to email me, shoot me an email at hbolden3@yahoo.com.
It's a good life, y'all. I got to go before Lee kicks me out.
Yeah.
Bye.